Detective Poirot, I trust this finds you well. It has been many years since our paths last crossed, and while I'm sure your recollection of the events may differ from mine, I hope that receiving this letter has not rekindled a sense of animosity toward myself or the Van der Bosch name. The impression you made is something that has stayed with me since that day. It compelled me to reconsider the spoilt young lady I would have inevitably become and helped shape me into the woman I wished to be. You made me see the childish and selfish girl in me that did not consider the consequences of her actions or how they may affect others. Although Maman may see the events of that day differently, I believe the compassion you showed for our mate Florette, as well as the drive to uncover the truth and accept no alternative, was a testament to your character and professionalism. Although I wish it were under different circumstances, your assistance is once again required, and I hope you will consider this as my formal request for your service. This forthcoming weekend was due to be one full of joy and happiness at the announcement of my engagement to Gideon Demir, whom I love dearly, bringing together two illustrious families, but it has been shadowed by deceit, extortion, and blackmail. The Van der Bosch name is being held to ransom by a mysterious party, and I am afraid I do not know who I can and cannot trust. We are holding a small gathering to celebrate our exciting news with what Maman calls the dignified elite, those that are well respected and held in high regard in both our close inner circle and society. Our private matters have always remained just that, so I fear one of those invited may be the person who is out to ruin our name, but for reasons I cannot fathom. I have enclosed a first-class rail ticket for you to join us for the announcement, and having contacted your superiors and the correct authorities to request your assistance, which they were more than happy to grant me, I shall expect your arrival with great anticipation. There shall be a carriage waiting for you at the station to bring you directly to Mnemosyne House. I thank you in advance in our time of crisis. Yours respectfully, Angeline van der Bosch.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Poirot, the First Cases. I have finally arrived. My priority is to get out of this bitter cold before I freeze completely. What, there's a new mind map because it's cold out? Must not get distracted by the celebrations. I was brought here to uncover the identity of Mademoiselle Angeline's blackmailer, and that is exactly what I shall do. Alright, so the Van der Bosch family are being blackmailed. Oh, I see. Police orders. Your services are required at Mnemosyne House. The Van der Bosch family has formally requested your assistance with regards to a reported case of blackmail. Local enforcement have confirmed several accounts of blackmail in the area over recent weeks, and an investigation into potential links is already underway. This is a highest priority, and you are expected at the house immediately. On a personal note, you are a representative of the police force and are expected to act appropriately. Do not allow past experiences with the Van der Bosch family to affect the investigation. I'm assuming Angeline's letter, yeah, it's just the exact same one that she read out. Alright. What's this? Oh, right. So are all the cases going to be linked to these people? Okay, why? Is it just because they're... Okay, yeah, that's all it was. Alright, I can zoom in and out. Did I discover a quicker walk? Oh, oops, that's definitely the wrong button. Maybe not. Anyway, let's just go inside. I highly doubt that there's anything out here right now. Longer in this weather, my fingers would have become too cold to even knock the door.
Bonjour, my name is Hercule Poirot. I am here at the invitation of Mademoiselle Angeline.
Ah, Detective Poirot. We have been expecting you. Please come in from this frightful cold.
Merci. I don't think I would have lasted much longer out here before turning into an icicle.
Welcome. I am Archibald Sterling, the head butler. Please accept my apologies. I have a rather pressing matter, but I will see that you are attended to immediately.
Do not trouble yourself on my behalf. I am sure I am more than capable of finding my room. I shall straighten myself up and be ready to join the party.
There is no rush, Detective. Dinner will not be served for some time. So please, make yourself comfortable. Once you have settled in, I am sure that Miss Angeline will be happy to see you. She has been eager for your arrival. She's not been herself recently. You will be staying on the first floor. I believe your room is one of the two on the west side of the house.
Merci. I am sure we shall speak again soon.
Alright. Locate your room, eh? It's time to make myself comfortable. I should begin with finding my room and straightening myself up. First floor, west wing. Now, since this is British first floor, that would mean up the stairs. Tonight's arrivals have written a small signed message. The male guests are based in the east wing. Well, that's weird. If all the male guests are based in the east wing, why am I in the west?
Bonjour. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Detective Hercule Poirot.
Detective, I hope you're not here for me.
Not that I am aware of. Should I be?
Ha! Ha ha! Not often you meet a detective with a sense of humor. I'm Zakaria Demir, but you can call me Zach.
Smell of alcohol, I would say, had begun the celebrations already and is likely to be this friendly with everyone. I understand the staff are busy, but I was hoping I could find some to assist me. Have you had a chance to congratulate the happy couple?
If I had seen them, maybe I would have. It is meant to be their celebration, but they're always off, dealing with something or other.
Something or other? A rather vague expression.
Let's just say they like to keep their cards close to their chest. For such a well-known family, I'm surprised they can keep anything hidden.
Would you care to elaborate on what Mademoiselle may be hiding?
I'd rather not. You're the detective, isn't that your job?
You know, I never understood that. People are like, "Oh, it's your job to find." It's like, yeah, but I mean, the way that they find stuff is by gathering information from people. I mean,
Très bien, Monsieur Demir.
perhaps I should keep my occupation and reason for being here to myself, for now at least. I fear it may derail my initial introductions.
You'll be lucky. I've been waiting for a refill for ages. I came out here to find someone myself.
Ah, I see. The preparations for this evening's dinner must have taken precedence.
I've seen that butler running around like a madman, but there is still no party to speak of. It's pretty clear they need to hire a few more hands.
I shall take up no more of your time. À bientôt.
Alright, well, that should give us a little bit of information. Alright, so Archibald is doing too much. Very few staff working, so let's see if those two linking up.
I must act on thought.
Really? You don't consider those two linkable, eh? Family holds secrets. Nice arrivals in a book. Okay, well, what about with the staff?
Order and method.
How are those things not fucking connected? Like, maybe these two? Why am I in the West Wing when all the other male
cannot see
guests
the
are in the
logic in-
East? No. That's not important to you either, Poirot?
I must take a different approach if I am to uncover.
Yeah, shut up. Probably the worst thing they could do is have him fucking speak in between each fuck up. Like,
Is there something?
yeah, there's a lot you're apparently not seeing.
Come, my little grey cells.
Yeah, shut up.
This will not get me any closer to my... I cannot see the logic in this.
I mean, I couldn't see the logic in that one either. I'll be.
Come, my little grey cells. I should not
Oh
be
my
surprised
fuck.
by my own skills of deduction.
Connecting that to any of the other three. Because let's see, what did we get from that? Archibald stressed due to lack of staff. Yeah, no shit. I could have connected, like, any of these connected together could have gave me that deduction. Like, fuck you, game. Your bottles, okay. That's probably the kitchen.
Oh.
Use bars, but I very much doubt Maman would use it. We said dining room.
Huh.
Interesting looking piece of stationery. It appears rather delicate. Close off at the moment. Guess why is this room off limits? Ah, fuck me. Okay, well, I mean, it has to be one of those two that connects to something. Why would this room be locked? Because the staff are very
This
busy.
will not get me any...
Oh, who knows?
I must take a different approach.
Because I don't even know what
must
deduction
act
you
on
can make
thought.
from that. Look, I will impulse the shit out of this.
Order and method.
Uh-huh.
Magnifique.
Okay, so it is just that both rooms are locked. Okay, which gave me rooms for tonight's event. Locked for a good reason, is because the staff are
Some
very
would
busy.
say a lucky guess.
Doubt Madame's standards have dropped. The staff must be working hard to finalize preparations.
Aha.
Roaring fire could stand and gaze into the flames for hours.
Huh.
Looks quite valuable and delicate. I shall resist the temptation to inspect it any further. Chance to play is very tempting, but I shall save myself the embarrassment. I watched the Haunting in Venice Poirot movie. It was pretty damn good.
Huh.
Madame Van den Bosch has always been one for appearances. Why would the family want to keep a price tag on the vase? Well, because if you don't have a tag on it, how are people supposed to know how much you spent on it? Like, come on. Anyway. Not pertaining to my current investigations.
Ah.
A portrait of a distinguished-looking gentleman. He doesn't appear to be related to the family. Never understood having paintings of people you don't know up in your house, like. And that one's just, well, I mean, I guess I'll check it anyway. Well, that looks like that's it. I mean, except for all this luggage here. I mean, we only brought one bag, but you'd think that he would examine that. But I guess that would just give you the whole understaffed clue. And it could go down the stairs, it could go back up. Or I can't go up. An auctioneer's receipt. I hope Madame Van den Bosch doesn't find it necessary to sell her belongings again. Sale of one oil painting, one gold flake frame, and a marble bust. Payable to C. Van den Bosch. Yeah, he's selling shit again.
Oh.
Painting of a valley with a series of beautiful cliffs. The scenery is truly breathtaking.
Ah.
You hear music from inside. Already have a resident. I mean, it's also got a picture above the door, which is weird. Beautifully composed painting of seven saints. Madame has quite the eye for striking artwork. Group of saints. Talk to Angeline about it, apparently. But nothing to link up from it.
Oh.
Painted the sun rising over a town. Sadly, it appears to have some water damage.
Oh.
Does not seem to be. Okay, so not a bedroom. Well, no, if anything, I would expect that door there to just open up into like a large hallway.
Huh.
Not sure how I'd fare coming face to face with such beasts. A bear? I mean, you, Poirot? Not well, probably.
Ah.
Don't have a need to venture to this part of the house yet. Time and skill it takes to build such a wonderful piece is an art form.
Huh.
Don't have a need. Yep. Okay, so I think that means that one, oh, and a plant, apparently. Plants lean and rely on each other to survive, something we as a species could take a lesson from. I mean, some plants lean and rely on each other to survive. Other ones just kill everything around it so that it can survive. So maybe we did take a lesson from plants. Are the pictures above the doors the saints, by the way? Like, I think so. Selection of perfume, compliments of the family. Seems rather fitting for a female occupant. Did they leave me some cologne as well? Maybe this one isn't your room. Roaring fire, stand gazing into flames for hours. That's the same thing he said to the one downstairs. Apparently he likes fire. Oh yeah, and the windows that you need to investigate, it's literally just whenever you look at a window. The fallen snow has laid a beautiful white blanket over the countryside that surrounds the house. I guess I need to investigate this from the other side. Understandable to hide a woman's modesty while changing. Changing screen and perfume bottles.
The pieces of the puzzle are fun.
It appears as though I am staying in a very feminine room. Perhaps there has been some confusion. Room prepared for female guests. And now that.
Is there something
Come
I am
on.
not seeing?
How does it not?
Another success.
Archibald is clearly flustered with a task. It appears he has sent me to the wrong room. Misdirected me. I mean, I did inspect the bedroom. Oh. Doesn't seem to be anything interesting here. Okay. I mean, there doesn't seem to be anything else. Oh. There's no tag, but must belong to one of the guests. So the question is, which guest? But I mean, what does that matter? I mean, it seems like I'm done. Oh. Card is hidden under the pillow. It indicates Hugo would like Miss Conrad to speak with him ASAP. Appears Monsieur Sterling to give me the wrong room. This one has been made up for Jacqueline Conrad. No matter, I shall find my chamber myself. Okay. Oh, hello. Gideon.
You must be Detective Poirot. Welcome. Allow me to introduce myself. Gideon Demir.
The fiancé to Mademoiselle Angeline. The pleasure is all mine.
Angeline spoke so highly of you. It sounds as though you are the man that can sort this terrible mess out.
I am, monsieur. You have my word.
Yeah, why not? How has Mademoiselle Angeline been since receiving the letters?
She tries her best to keep everyone else happy, but I can see it is taking its toll.
Quite understandable. She is feeling the burden of the family that is not hers to carry.
Angeline has spoken with her mother. She has asked if there is anything that could be used against her, but she was just so dismissive.
And what are your thoughts on the matter?
I do not want to overstep my position, but if there is something that could damage not only the Vandenbosch name, but our future, Angeline deserves to know.
And that is a very diplomatic answer.
You have met Madame. You know it is best to not get on her wrong side.
I have him. Monsieur Gideon is wise to select his battles carefully when Madame is concerned. So the guests that are attending your announcement...
Mostly friends of the family. A couple of business associates of mine. Quite a mix from all walks of life.
With regards to the blackmailing, can they be trusted, or should they be considered suspects?
Angeline is struggling to trust anyone right now, but Madame Vandenbosch, as it is her house, thought it was best for us to have them all present.
And they will all be staying in the house?
Yes, it is a rather full house. All 6 guests will be staying on this floor. The family resides on the 2nd floor. As does Felix.
I will be sure to speak with them all. However, I will keep my identity and purpose for being here hidden, at least until I have made my initial introductions.
I'm afraid that ship may have already sailed. Once the Comtesse gets wind of something, a detective coming to the house, for example, you can bet everyone will know.
Could not help noticing an air of antipath, I don't know, when mentioning the mayor.
You are very observant, detective. You would be wise to keep that perceptive nature while you're here.
I'm sure you are correct, but I'd like to return to your feelings towards the Major.
He has been a good friend to Madame Vandenbosch over the years, but that does not make him a good man, or suitable to involve himself in family affairs.
Monsieur Gideon has not said anything negative against the Major, but it sounds as though he is questionable of the Major's intentions in the house.
Merci, monsieur. I shall leave you to prepare for tonight's celebrations.
Well, that whole conversation didn't actually unlock a huge amount there, but... Now, it says to inspect the ground floor again. Oh, Mademoiselle Angeline is here. The sooner I learn more about the blackmail, the quicker she can return to celebrating her happy news. I am so eager to hear about Mademoiselle Elizabeth and what became of young Florette. The Van den Bosch family have held a place in my mind since our first meeting. I am most interested to see what has changed since then. Alright, well, it seems like these two things are the only two that could be
What
connected.
a revelation!
appears the family's financial situation is much the same as the last time I saw them. Can I confirm this? Yeah, if we talk to... Oh, Gideon. Really? I mean, fuck it. Let's go talk to him then. He should... Assuming he's still right here.
Please, ask away, detective.
I'm aware finances can be a sensitive subject, but may I ask of the house's situation?
As far as I'm aware, everything is in order. From what I understand, the late Viscount had made some questionable investments. But that is all in the past.
And regarding the payment of the blackmail?
Angeline does not have to worry about money anymore. I was born into some wealth, and I have earned my own fortune.
Merci, monsieur. I shall leave you to prepare for...
Alright. Gideon believes finances are in order.
Things are
Because the
beginning to
family is
become-
keeping up appearances. Looks like the family have finally gotten back on track with the money problems. Great to hear. Okay. Back downstairs to speak with Angeline. Also, my shoes are really red. I didn't notice that before.
Mademoiselle Angeline, it is a pleasure to see you again.
Her hand's kind of fucked up.
Detective, how wonderful you are here. Your travel was not too arduous, I hope?
Watching from my carriage window, I saw the beautiful countryside and rolling hills. It was anything but taxing.
I'm truly thankful you could make it here at such late notice.
No thanks are required, mademoiselle. When one is requested personally, there is nothing more important.
It seems... Oh, it seems the staff have been almost run off their feet today. Is it always like this?
Gideon and I only wanted a small dinner to celebrate our engagement, but Maman was adamant on throwing this party. It may have been her idea, but it's the staff that have made it happen. Their efforts do not go unnoticed, from me at least. They have been with us for so long. I do my best to make sure they are happy and content.
Mademoiselle made a remarkable transformation from selfish, spoiled brat to the gracious young woman I see before me. She seems to have gotten taller, but her picture looks the same. Though I must solve this case alone, Mademoiselle's insight may be of great assistance throughout my investigation. Yeah, tell me, what became of the young maidservant Florette?
Oh, detective, I'm afraid I just don't know.
She was quite adamant at the police station that she would not be returning to the house, but I assumed she would at least collect her belongings.
Maman demanded that Elizabeth pack up everything she had and dispose of it.
As if the poor girl had not already lost
But I couldn't let that happen. Elizabeth and I took her belongings, what little there was of them, to a friend of hers in the town that Elizabeth knew of. But not even she had heard from her.
So Florette's a blackmailer then? Could Florette have returned to her family?
I wanted to contact her, but I had no address or telephone number.
Surely Madame must have had some information when she employed her.
You saw how Mama was. As soon as Florette was out of sight of the house, it was as though she had never been there at all. Elizabeth was most upset at the news Florette would not be returning.
And your mama's choice to ignore her accountability for the girl stopped you searching.
Please, detective, you cannot make me feel any worse than I already do. If I could go back and live that day again, you must believe me, I would never have done it.
Mademoiselle Angeline has finally accepted her responsibility and is remorseful for her actions that day and the consequences that followed. I am pleased to see a maturity in her, but that does not help young Florette, wherever she may be. Let's see, who is aware of the blackmail letter? Nah, let's keep up the small talk. There are certainly some beautiful pieces of art
Yes,
here.
Maman has quite a collection, although they are not all to my taste. Most, in fact.
The painting of the saints in particular, it is quite exquisite. Is it connected to the house in some way?
The one in the hall? If you look above your bedroom door, you will see one of their names. I believe they were originally carved to watch over the occupants.
Alright, so who is aware of the blackmail letters and their content?
Only Maman, Elizabeth, my beloved Gideon, and you, of course.
And what is your fiancé's opinion of the letters?
He thinks me foolish for paying the first one if there is no secret to reveal. But
But you believe there may be a secret lurking, one that Maman is herself keeping hidden.
she tells me nothing. Even though I'm a grown woman on the verge of marriage, she still treats me like the child I once was.
Perhaps it is out of love that she protects you. It is in every mother's nature to protect their young from hurt.
The relationship between Madame and Mademoiselle is obviously far from perfect. She should treasure the time she has with Mademoiselle Angeline before she is wed and has flown the nest. Do you have any suspicions as to who may have sent the letters?
Not a single person. I don't know anyone that would stoop so low.
The guests that will be joining us tonight, they are ones you can trust?
I hope so, Detective. Before the letters arrived, I would not have thought twice about it.
They are all close friends of yours, I assume.
Friends and colleagues, Gideon has spoken positively about them. It would be a rather underhanded tactic to do such a thing to someone you are doing business with.
Mademoiselle seems naive to the nature of business, can be ruthless and unapologetic. Perhaps I should not overlook them as suspects as quickly as Mademoiselle has.
Merci, mademoiselle. I shall find you if there is anything further I need.
I mean, that had to have unlocked a bunch of shit, right? Nothing to link. And we never found anything out about Florette. Okay, none of that. Okay. Oh, I did get a clue about my room, though. Plaque above the doors, and let's see if that connects to the
Order
welcome
and
book.
method.
No? Yeah,
That
well.
is another success.
Okay. 7 prestigious saints. I should find these above 7 doors in the house. I wonder if this matches the number of expected guests. 7 saints assigned to rooms.
I should not be
Guests are all
surprised by my
residing on the
own.
first floor. Counted for, perhaps a missing door is hidden elsewhere. 1 door missing.
I cannot see
No.
the logic in this. Perhaps a...
Shut up. Stressed, locked dining room, audible music. Family holds secrets.
What a revel...
Fear Mademoiselle's secret may not be the only one this house is hiding.